Vanderbilt Research News announces. Vanderbilt University has received a $3.2 million grant to fund a research study of reading skills in children who are deaf or hard of hearing. Vanderbilt University has been awarded funding by the National Institutes of Health, also known as the NIH, to better understand how children who are deaf or hard of hearing excel at reading. Millions of children with hearing loss tend to have below average reading skills. Only about 10% of deaf and hard of hearing individuals attain age-appropriate reading levels by high school graduation. James R. Booth, principal investigator, said, "Deafness per se is not the cause of low reading skill. If we understand how reading works in children who are deaf or hard of hearing, then we are better positioned to help them in learning to read." Existing research models do not adequately account for children who are deaf and hard of hearing. So this project emphasizes a brain-based model of the reading process and improving skills in these individuals. Booth, who holds the Patricia and Rhodes Hart Chair of Educational Neuroscience in the Department of Psychology and Human Development at Vanderbilt Peabody College, leads the 5-year research study. He will use functional magnetic resonance imaging in children ages 10 to 16 to identify the brain mechanisms important for reading skills. He will use localizer tasks to independently identify brain regions involved in sign language, speech reading, vocabulary knowledge, and phonology, or awareness of the sound structure of language. Also on this project are Angela Scruggs, a certified American Sign Language interpreter, who brings her expertise in counseling of the deaf and hard of hearing, and Chris Brozdowski, a scholar and expert in sign language linguistics. The team will examine how brain regions are engaged in order to provide a deeper understanding of how some deaf and hard of hearing children attain high levels of reading skill. The team is particularly interested in measuring how these regions are differently used in children who predominantly use sign language versus oral language. Booth said, "This work will have direct implications for improving literacy education for children who are deaf or hard of hearing. The study will follow up with children 2 years later." One of the most exciting aspects of the work is to use brain function to predict gains in reading over time. Using brain scans to determine who is likely to struggle with reading in the future will allow for more effective identification to maximize reading success for deaf and hard of hearing children. A team of researchers recruited from universities around the United States will travel to serve on the advisory panel for this project. The team has also established extensive connections with deaf and hard of hearing individuals. The map shows the approximate location of committed sites, indicated by blue stars, supportive sites, indicated by green stars, and interested sites, indicated by orange stars. These numbers indicate organizations within that geographical area. How to be a participant in this study. The study will involve participants from Tennessee, but the team will also be recruiting participants from across the United States. If selected, the participants' expenses will be paid, including travel and accommodation. Only children without cochlear implants can participate, as this project uses fMRI. If you are interested in applying, please email us. Thank you for watching Vanderbilt Research News.